The Berlin Wall Trail, Berliner Mauerweg. The Berlin Wall Trail is an immersive historical path commemorating the Berlin Wall's legacy while offering a scenic, interactive experience for visitors. Stretching approximately 160 kilometers around the former West Berlin boundary, it combines preserved historical landmarks, open-air exhibits, and recreational opportunities for cyclists and walkers. The Berlin Wall was constructed on August 13, 1961, by the German Democratic Republic, East Germany, to prevent East Germans from fleeing to West Germany. It became a physical manifestation of the Cold War, dividing families and restricting free movement between the East and the West for nearly 3 decades. Structure 1. Spanned 155 kilometers with 12-foot-high concrete walls, topped with barbed wire. 2. Included a death strip, equipped with floodlights, trenches, guard towers, and tripwires, creating a nearly impassable border. Fall. The peaceful revolution in East Germany and the weakening of the Eastern Bloc led to the wall's opening on November 9, 1989, marking the end of Cold War tensions and paving the way for German reunification in 1990. After the wall's fall, most sections were demolished, but select parts were preserved to educate future generations. The Berlin Wall Trail was later developed in the early 2000s to integrate these remnants into a coherent historical narrative. Trail overview route and design. The Berlin Wall Trail is divided into 14 segments, allowing visitors to explore both urban and rural landscapes while engaging with historical landmarks. Each section is clearly marked with signage in multiple languages and features information boards, maps, and QR codes for deeper exploration. 1. Length: 160 kilometers, 99 miles. 2. Accessibility: open year-round for pedestrians, cyclists, and joggers. 2. Certain sections are wheelchair accessible. Trail highlights: key sections and attractions. Bernauer Strasse Memorial, Central Berlin. Bernauer Strasse was a focal point of dramatic escape attempts, such as individuals jumping from apartment windows into West Berlin. It also became a site of early wall construction in 1961. 2. Features: a preserved 70-meter section of the wall, including the death strip. Escape tunnel memorials: plaques mark underground tunnels used for daring escapes. The Documentation Center offers a multimedia exhibition detailing the wall's history, complete with photos, videos, and personal accounts. East Side Gallery, Eastern Section. The East Side Gallery is the longest preserved segment of the wall, stretching 1.3 kilometers along the Spree River. In 1990, artists from around the world painted over 100 murals here, transforming a divisive symbol into a celebration of freedom and unity. 2. Famous murals. The Kiss by Dmitry Vrubel, depicting the embrace of Soviet and East German leaders. Stay Free by Thierry Noir, among others. Checkpoint Charlie, Central Berlin. This former border crossing between East and West Berlin became infamous for high-profile standoffs between Soviet and American forces. Today, it's a significant tourist site with exhibits detailing espionage and defection stories. 2. Nearby attractions. Wall Museum at Checkpoint Charlie. Artifacts and escape devices, including homemade hot air balloons and hidden compartments in cars. Glienicke Bridge, Southwestern Section. Known as the Bridge of Spies, this bridge was used for Cold War-era prisoner exchanges between the East and West. 2. Features: a scenic riverside route connecting Berlin with Potsdam. Informational plaques detail key events, such as the 1986 exchange of Soviet spy Rudolf Abel for American pilot Francis Gary Powers. Suburban and rural sections like Griebnitzsee and Wannsee showcase the wall's reach beyond Berlin's urban core. These areas feature tranquil paths along lakes and forests, providing a stark contrast to the urban tension of the wall. Memorials and educational exhibits preserved wall remnants and guard towers. 1. Watchtowers. Surviving guard towers, like the one near Potsdamer Platz, provide insight into the GDR's surveillance state. 2. Cobblestone markings. Along streets where the wall once stood, cobblestones trace its route, helping visitors visualize its path. Memorial plaques and boards. 1. Numerous plaques and boards are installed along the trail, narrating personal stories of escape, tragedy, and resistance. 1. Many include QR codes linking to archival photos and video documentaries. Museums along the trail. 1. Berlin Wall Museum, Haus am Checkpoint Charlie, houses a vast collection of wall-related artifacts, such as escape devices, photographs, and journals. 2. Documentation Center at Bernauer Straße. Multimedia exhibits on life in divided Berlin, escape attempts, and the wall's political implications. Visitor tips and recommendations. Best way to explore. 1. Cycling. Most visitors prefer to cycle, as it allows faster movement between sections while stopping at key landmarks. 2. Walking. Ideal for exploring smaller, denser areas like Bernauer Straße or the East Side Gallery. Duration. 1. Full trail. 2 to 3 days by bike, depending on stops. 2. Select sections. Half-day visits for areas like Bernauer Straße or East Side Gallery. Guided tours. 1. Historical walking tours are available in multiple languages. 2. Audio guides and apps provide self-guided options with detailed narrations. Cultural significance. The Berlin Wall Trail transforms a symbol of division into a route of reflection and unity. By blending history with modern recreation, it ensures that the stories of the wall's victims, heroes, and witnesses remain accessible to future generations.